Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Stephanie G Show. This is your host with the most, Stephanie G, and welcome. Today, I sit down and I talk with Jesena Latson. She is the CEO, founder, creator of her own design company called NaturalSense. We're going to sit down and talk about her journey thus far. So why don't you come with me? Let's sit down, and I guarantee you will be inspired.
It's time for the Stephanie G Show.
I am here with Miss Jesena Latson, CEO, founder, creator of her own jewelry line called not even jewelry line, I don't even want to put you in a box like that because I know it's so broad what you're trying to do, of her own design line called NaturalSense Designs. Thank you, Jesena, for this interview.
No problem. I'm excited.
We're excited to have you. You know, it's been like a long time coming to get you in that seat.
But we're here. We're here.
So let's get started. Let's talk about your journey so far.
Okay.
NaturalSense Designs. What is the mission behind it, and why did you start it?
Well, I started it because I wanted to have something that shows my style. And I think more so the mission behind it became I wanted to motivate young women, young girls everywhere, just to let them know that you can be whatever it is that you want to be. You can do whatever you set your mind to. Because I come from a small town. And sometimes when you're coming from a small town, they're in a box. And they'll say, teachers, doctors, lawyers, nurses.
Yeah.
That's the career you go.
Yeah.
And so, I went left. I decided to take fashion industry, which is, very challenging and can be intimidating, but don't give up. And I just want young girls and women just to know that.
Just don't give up. Just
don't
pursue
give
your
up.
dreams.
Be persistent.
So, when did you decided that? What age did you decide that you're wanting to design? Because you know how when you're born, you're placed with certain gifts inside you, and sometimes it takes people longer to find out what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to be doing. Did you know at a young age what you're supposed to be doing?
I knew at the age of 9, I was in 3rd grade, 3rd or 4th grade.
Wow.
I remember saying, and I have some of my classmates now that come and tell me, oh, I remember when you were younger, you used to say that you were a designer, I'm so happy for you. I remember saying it, and then I stopped saying it. One time I encountered this art teacher. Now, I wanted to design, but I didn't know how to draw. But I knew that I wanted to design. And she said, you can't be a fashion designer. So that killed it for maybe from 7th grade to 12th grade. I said, okay, I want to be a lawyer. I changed it. But I pursued different careers. I was in the Navy, I was in the medical field, and it still I wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah.
And when I decided to do what it was that I initially wanted to do, then the fulfillment came.
That peace.
That peace.
You're headed in the right direction.
Right.
Wow. That's why I always tell people, do not allow other people's perspectives or other people's opinions or other people. Don't let people tell you what you can't do.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because you can do whatever you want to do. And just for that reason alone, me being a 9-year-old child, listening to an adult tell me, you can't do this.
Yeah. I know.
That's why, eventually I want NaturalSense to stem off into, a girls' camp, just bringing in girls, doing positive things. Eventually.
Like mentoring.
Yeah, mentoring. Because you can be whatever you want to be. But you will have those naysayers, those enemies, the devils. They're there. They're placed there in your path because they don't want you to meet your destiny.
That's right. That's right. And just a segue right into the next question. You are such a positive person, and you know we're Facebook friends, and I was talking to you about how consistent you are about just how you're always putting out motivation and just inspiring people. So I'm gonna ask you, where does that come from? Where does that come from? And you just to be so positive, is a spiritual source? What
It
is
comes from a spiritual source. It comes from God. Very heavenly, grounded spiritually. But it comes from false mistakes, making bad decisions, bad habits.
Yeah.
It comes from doing the bad things, getting bad results, and then turning around to do good things so that I can get goodness, good results.
Hey, don't touch that mouse. We'll be right back after words from our sponsors. For solutions to all of your advertising, event planning, marketing, promotions, and public speaking services, make sure you look to TDP Promotions. You can find out more information by visiting their website at www.tdppromotions.com.
You may be having the worst day. Someone comes and tells you some encouraging words, uplifting words. I mean, that makes your day.
It does.
It makes
really
your day.
does. Yeah.
So I try to stay consistent and feeding the positive and starving the negative.
That's right. I love that motto.
Right.
That's right. Feed the positive,
Starve
starve the negative.
Let it go. And it wrecks it. Starve it. Kill it. We don't need it.
No, we really don't.
We could be further along in life.
Yeah.
And we would just support each other.
That's absolutely right. Because you stunt. When you stunt somebody else, they're right. You stop and you stunt yourself at the same time.
Yeah, I say you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And if we sow seeds of positivity, then you're going to get it back. And if we sow seeds of malice and hate, then we get all that back.
Yeah, absolutely right. You know what? I read this book. It was a Wayne Dyer book called No Excuses. And I've always heard, the phrase where karma, what you put out is what you get in. But another thing that hit home to me was like another perspective is that you attract who you are.
Yeah.
So like if you're
That's
around,
deep.
that took me back. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you attract who you are.
You do.
Yeah, so you're out there gossiping and you're out there doing, saying negative stuff about people and then complaining about, you're getting that sunrise. Yeah.
Because it's going to happen to you. You're going to be the gossiper.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to turn around and have someone gossip about you.
About you. Yeah. Yeah.
And then from that point, it could either change you or not.
So let's talk about your creative process because we're going to go way off road.
Yeah.
I can sit here and talk with you for
Yeah.
a long time. Let's talk about your creative process for Natural Sense, your jewelry line, not jewelry line, your design line.
Well, it's jewelry, accessories, whatever. My creative process is mainly based off of my feelings.
Okay.
What I'm inspired by. I'm a very natural tone person.
And I love your colors. You can tell you're a positive person because your colors are like so, like bright and neutral and it evokes some sort of emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I look at various different style magazines and I try to follow the trends, the trend reports, just to see what the latest fashions will be for the next, summer or the next winter or fall. But as of right now, I haven't made anything since December of last year.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your journey. And why is that? Because I'm so proud of you.
I haven't made anything because I moved from Charleston.
Yes.
I moved from Charleston in January to Miami, Florida. I'm there attending Miami International University of Art and Design, which I love. In my second quarter, I'm going there for accessory design, the associate's accessory design. Now, I graduated from the Art Institute of Charleston with a BA of Fashion and Retail Management.
So you've already got your BA and you went back.
I went back and I'm getting another one. So the first degree was more so on the lines of a lot of drawing, a lot of book work, which is very good. I mean, the fundamentals.
Yeah, the basics.
Good basics. Now I'm all design, I'm sewing leathers and laces, and I'm enjoying myself. It's helping me with my creative process. It's helping me to expand my designs, my line. Because you just as a designer, you don't have to just stay with jewelry or clothes. You make me. And so, you know, I'm just
adding to it.
I'm just adding to it.
Natural sense even better.
Yeah, because it only really makes natural sense.
That's a slogan. It only makes sense. That's right. But yeah, it's just what, you know, just for you just to, it's out the norm for, that tells a lot about who you are. Just to jump from Charleston, where you're home, where you're comfortable at, you got your BA degree in your designs, and just to jump all the way to Miami to continue with it.
A lot of people, wow, you moved from South Carolina to Florida? What made you to school?
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, I didn't just jump. God said move, and I moved.
I know that's good.
I'm not moving unless He
He
says
said
move.
move.
You know, He had something in store for me there. There's
Yes.
something there that I need to learn, something that I needed to receive. You know, my blessings may be there. I feel as though my blessings already, I've been blessed so much since I've been there, and I've been there since January. You know, so when God says move, I just move. That's all.
Follow that internal compass.
Exactly.
I understand that. So I want to also ask you, what would you tell to a young girl who's looking at the show, who, you know, is playing with her makeup line or jewelry line, not jewelry line, but jewelry toys, making toys. What would you tell her to inspire her to pursue this journey?
I would tell her not to give up. I would tell her to continue to make your job what it is that you love. That way when you're doing it, you'll love it. You don't want to clock in somewhere you really don't like. You know, I would continue to do what you love. You know, if you love to draw, continue, because it's going to help in the long run. But don't give up. Stay prayed up. Because this industry is hard. It's very competitive. It's very hard. You can make something and someone will copy you, but you know, you ask God to put you inside of your creative process, your design, whatever it is that you're doing. You ask God to make sure that it's unique just for you. You know, don't give up. Just do not give up. If someone tells you you can't do something, you can't do anything, you tell them the devil is a liar, because you can.
That's right. And when you were saying that, you know, put God in everything that you do, and the song came to me, when God is in it, there is no limit.
No limit. It's no limit.
There's no limit. That's He's your driving force. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hey, don't touch that mouse. We'll be right back after words from our sponsors. The Stephanie G Show hairstylist is Miss Sharonda Coleman at Divine Beauty Hair Salon. Her motto is, if you can imagine it, she can create it. Let your beauty speak. So call her at 843-225-7833 for all of your hair needs. So let's end on this note. What is a quote or inspiration that you're living, or inspiration scripture that you're living by at this time of time of your life? Because I know it always changes.
Yeah, it changes. I mean, it's so many, but I would say right now, at this moment, facing adversities and setbacks sometimes, and letdowns and emotional roller coasters, you know, I would say the Bible says that he that is first shall be last, and he that is last shall be first. You know, you never count out the underdog. I know every you know, when you get to a certain place in your life, you should help. You don't kick them down. You know, you help them up, because you once had to climb as well. So you know, you want to be blessed. So you don't want to get to a certain level in your life and then get conceited and you forget about everybody else, because roles can be reversed.
That's right.
So that's what I live by. I want to stay humble. Through everything, I want to be able to be humble.
Beautiful. So tell people where they can find out information about your design, Natural Sense Designs, just how they can contact you, orders and stuff like that.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook. On my page is very active at www.facebook.com/naturalsense. That's NaturalSense. You can also find me on Instagram at NaturalSense. You can follow me there. You can follow me on Twitter at Natural Sense as well. I have an Etsy shop, which is www.etsy.com/shop/Natural Sense. No you, just take the you out. Everything else is the same, and that's where you can find me. And if you're on my Facebook page, it should direct you to my link to my website as well.
So there we have it, y'all. And in another inspiration and power episode of the Stephanie G Show with Miss Jesena Latson. Definitely check her out. Check her designs out. You will not be let down. She's very unique, very unique designs. One of a kind. You won't see it anywhere else. And they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for this interview. And that is the end of this episode of the Stephanie G Show, but a continued journey of Miss Jesena Latson, a woman who is driven and passionate about fulfilling her dreams to the fullest in her life. So thank you for taking this journey with me. I hope you were inspired and empowered as much as I was. And make sure you check out my webpage, www.stephaniegShow.com.